it's Disney Girl back for another episode of my Disney's Magic Kingdoms game. So today we are going to be continuing the Princess and the Frog limited time event. Scuttle. See, just like that. And before I know it, I'm right by Ariel's Pop's throne room. So I'm doing that, right? When all of a sudden, blam, I trip on one of those human ship window deals. You know, a snorkel. Crazy thing wasn't even there before, from which I conclude my doing stuff makes human junk show up out of nowhere. Quest complete, the Scuttletific method. Not all the time though, you gotta be real lucky about it. Human stuff's tricky like that. Oh, is it, Scuttle? Okay, we're gonna get more dialogue from him. And Sebastian's there too. I'm telling ya, Sebastian, it's true. I tried it a few more times and whammo, I practically swimming in new human stuff. Also, a bunch of hats with pictures of their faces on it, which I'm guessing is some kind of hooky human fashion trend. No accounting for taste, I guess. Anyhow, you gotta help me test my hypotenuse, pal. See if it works for you, too.
Scuttle, even if I knew what you are talking about, I would do nothing of the kind. Now, for the last time, leave me alone.
End of discussion. Send Sebastian to do literally anything else. Wow. Okay, don't talk to Scuttle. So that's gonna take 2 hours. I'm not gonna do that right now, though I am going to continue collecting for Prince Naveen, because I want him in my kingdom sooner rather than later. The secondary storyline can sort of wait. Since Sebastian does collect for him, for now, I'm not too worried about it. So I'm actually getting pretty close to Prince Naveen. So that's sort of the goal with this video, is to get him in here and at least get him leveled up at least once. I'm hoping to get him leveled up twice, because usually when I bring in a character, I try and level them up right away after. Now, sometimes if they have a short welcoming time, that's not always possible, and sometimes I've got to wait, you know, maybe like half an hour in between or something like that. But I usually just don't send out my characters to level up for like a long time, so I just sort of try and make sure that at least I've got them to level 2 so they can start collecting again, because we know that we're not going to be able to build the first attraction of the event if Naveen isn't a level 2. So I at least know that I want him there. Like, that is sort of really important to me, that I kind of make sure that I do that right away. And then 2, that means that I can level up Eudora, which she is ready to go actually. So she would take an hour though to level up, so I don't want to do that. And then 2, my characters also, they can drop either her tokens or his tokens. So I want to make sure that they're dropping his tokens right now, pretty much guaranteed. So like, for example, Lewis, he collects multiple items. He actually collects everybody's character token. So he has actually been super useful so far and totally worth investing in this event. Now I'm bringing back King Triton, who is leveling up for 16 hours. So basically, while I was waiting for Prince Naveen, King Triton is now level 9. This calls for a celebration. No more dialogue from him, but I love that the Little Mermaid characters can swim around the park. I think it's pretty cool. So he is at Atlantica right now, his palace. Now here is Bagheera, who is also leveling up. That's a big stretch and yawn from him. Bagheera is now level 4. This is all in the service of keeping the jungle safe, I assure you. It's kind of weird giving the animals a high five. It's like, high five their paw. Gently. Anyways, so right now, pretty much with the Jungle Book storyline, it is on hold for me. Now, I will still obviously be like leveling up the characters, like if they're there, but like Baloo, took me like 2 days, guys, to collect all of his stuff. It was so fast, and honestly, like, I was not expecting that. I was expecting, like, at least a week's worth, maybe even 2 of collecting, but, like, 2 days? Like, that's absolutely ridiculous. So he is ready to be brought into the kingdom, but I try and avoid doing that kind of stuff while there are events going on. I just don't want to push that storyline too much at the moment, just because, like, I know I've got a lot of characters to bring in and stuff like that, and it's just too much dialogue, too much going on. So I'm like, I mean, I could do it, but again, too much going on in the kingdom right now, especially since it'll be expanding and stuff. And then it also gives me an opportunity, guys, to collect magic. So a lot of you guys have asked me in the past, like, how do you collect so much magic? I save it, but I really, like, I feel like I'm stingy, but I'm not really, because the biggest thing is that I just make sure that I have like enough magic there to at least do something twice. Now, unless it's like 3 million land or something like that, I can't have like 6 million magic or whatever. But you know what I mean? It's just more like if somebody's like 150,000 to bring in, it's like I'll make sure that I at least will have 150,000 as backup or something like that, just so I can like level them up and like, you know, buy maybe an attraction or something like that. So there's always stuff that we can use magic for, so I want to always make sure that at least I have a little bit. Yay! Lewis dropped the last character token for Prince Naveen. Now I am going to send Lewis out again to collect the character tokens. And guys, I know it doesn't show up that he can collect anything right now, but as long as I bring Prince Naveen in, as soon as I click welcome, then I will be able to start collecting for him right away. So Lewis is actually currently now collecting for Prince Naveen. So I find that really useful, guys, to always sort of keep track of what characters do what, especially with these events. Even take screenshots and just refer back if you're not sure. Have the characters going out on the quest to collect tokens, even if it's not showing up. All right, here is Hans back in the kingdom. I want to level him up because he was super short, so Hans is now level 7. This may not have been part of my plan, but it's a most welcome addition. I'm glad you think so. Mind you, you are always up to no good, Hans. We haven't had too much trouble from him lately, but I'm assuming there is going to be some other dialogue and stuff from him as he continues to level up. I do have all the frozen attractions now and characters, which is super duper awesome. So that storyline can just naturally go along on its own. Now, like Lion King, for example, it can't because I don't have all the characters and the attractions. So that storyline is always going to be hindered a little bit with each character. Now, there are those voodoo dolls walking around the kingdom. Make sure we banish them by tapping them, and we get a chance to collect Gumbo. So Gumbo is what they drop when you tap them. Also, they drop currency, and we need Gumbo to level up each character. So we need to make sure that we have lots of Gumbo. Now, I know it can cap out. So, for example, if you guys are collecting like 5 or something like that for a new character, and then it's like you basically are tapping and you don't need any more, then it'll be like any of the other things like seashells or microbots. They just won't collect anymore. But I think at this point that's not going to happen to me, so that's good. It really only happens at the start of events and stuff when characters are low levels. So right now, guys, I am waiting for Prince Naveen, the Fragi Pruto. And then basically after that, we'll probably be like a quest or 2, and then we can build Dr. Facilier's Voodoo. Yeah, that's going to be intense. So here is Prince Naveen and his welcome screen for the first time, and oh my gosh, it's awesome! Guys, that was amazing. That's the first time I've actually seen it. Madame Eudora! Aha, just the woman I wanted to see. Come, listen! I have been working up a new solo for the St. Louis Blues, and I am not sure whether it has enough pep. Yes? Prince Naveen? Well, I'm sure you do WC handy proud, Your Highness. But there's something else we should talk about.
Oh, well, in that case, my dear, ask away.
God, it is hard going between their voices. So different. Quest complete. Welcome a fragi bruto.
But please stop with all of this, your highness business. Between us, I am just Naveen.
Wasn't that nice of you?
Valdi Valdonza, this could be serious. Are you sure she is not just checking on the ball's beverage shipment? I might be if I'd known there was a beverage shipment. But of course there is. Do you know how hard it is to find a quality beverage in this city? Securing enough of them takes time. Still, you are right. It is best if two of us are searching for her just in case. We can meet up together later on, yes?
So we're still looking for Prince on patrol. Send Prince Naveen to help us with the search. So, yeah. We are looking for the princess. And we cannot find her. What are we going to do? I think right now we're okay, but I think once they realize that she's actually gone, it's gonna be a problem.
Naveen, my man, are we still on for the rehearsal today or what? This horn ain't gonna play itself, you know. Louis, mi amici, from another species. It is good to see you, my friend, but we should really take a rain check. It's Tiana, you see, and, well, it's a long story. It's all I can do to keep our guest from suspecting anything while Tiana's in trouble, and I need to keep the party going while you help her? Say no more. One dose of crowd control coming up.
I love Louis. Let that gator play. Send Louis to do some crowd control. Amazing. Oh, he's busy, so I'll have to wait for crowd control, but he is so cool. I love his dialogue. I love him as a character, and he's always dancing in the kingdom. It just makes me kind of want to move, groove, dance, and just be super happy. All right, so Prince Naveen's character tokens, guys, to get him to a level 2 are ready. But basically what I'm going to do is just wait just a little bit longer. I'm not going to send him out on the quest just yet. I will collect from those other characters to see if they drop the tokens, because it's only like a couple minutes or whatever. So I'll just wait through that, and then once those characters possibly drop, then I will choose to send him out, and then on his quest after 6 seconds. So basically, I'm going to wait till he's level 2 and then send him out. So I recommend you guys do that for your kingdoms. See, there we go. We got the drops, and we can send him out. So it is being done, and we get to see his welcome screen again. Yay! He's awesome. Prince Naveen is now level 2. Ashidanza. And more dialogue. I'll tell you, for a man who once said, I didn't know how to do anything as a ukulele player, I have found my true calling. It turns out, even if you are playing a couple of sets every night, it does not feel like work. Who knew? Living in the home of jazz helps to keep things fresh, of course, but I am always looking out for new sounds. I wish I had his voice a bit better. You never know when inspiration might strike you, or flowers. Sometimes my adoring fans throw those at me as well. Play it, brother. Send Prince Naveen to find musical inspiration. So off he goes. Well, actually, no, we can't. He's got to help with the search first. Then he can go for his inspiration if he's not ready to level up. So he's just dancing away there in the kingdom. Yeah, super cool. Ooh, you know what, guys? Eudora just dropped Naveen's ears hat, so you know what that means? I think I'm going to send her to level up. Now, I know that's going to take all of my gumbo, but I think that will be okay, because basically we gotta wait anyways. She's only 60 minutes, so she'll be back out collecting for Naveen again pretty soon. So it's a pretty quick level up, not too worried, and then we can start collecting for her again. Now I know it's gonna sort of interfere with his character tokens and stuff, but he is a level 2, so as long as we do these quests, we should be able to unlock that attraction. So just keep that in mind, guys. Prince Naveen level 2, and then you worry about leveling up Eudora anymore. Once you're at this point, yeah, or even send him out on the quest for the 4 hours. Just make sure he's at a level 2 before you go ahead and do that. Unless your character is like you're just sending them out for the 4 hours at the very start, then that's fine. But you guys probably will have a little bit of an overlap there, so I would just wait it out. Okay, so that is the Welcome Prince Naveen video, guys. Wow, and if you guys are wondering how on earth I managed to get those character tokens for Naveen to be a level 2. There was a little clip there that I did lose, so I apologize for that. I just lost the clip, so I needed to sort of improvise a little bit with that. But I did wait until I had all of the character tokens before I sent him out, or anybody else out, to do anything. So there is going to be a little bit of delay time probably in between leveling up your characters and stuff like that, unless you have like some 6 minutes or 35 minutes or whatever sort of in between there that you can just sort of throw in, but otherwise you might just need to wait a little bit. But anyways, that is everything for this video. So if you guys enjoyed it, make sure to give it a big Mickey thumbs up. Check out the live streams that I've done. I've done actually quite a few in the last few days. So if you guys want any event tips or talk or figure out sort of what your game plan should be for this limited time event, make sure to check out my streams. We had lots of fun stuff happen, including some surprise characters and attractions and stuff like that, which we managed to put into my kingdom. So I'm really, really happy about that. So anyways, thanks guys for watching. Make sure you guys subscribe, hit that little bell for post notifications, and we will see you guys for the next Disney's Magic Kingdoms game video. Bye!